Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Monster Energy Supercross 4, and away we go here in Daytona. We're going to be using Eli Tomac on board the Kawasaki. Of course, this is the last time we'll be playing as Eli Tomac on board the Kawasaki, because of course Monster Energy Supercross 5 is just a week away, and I honestly cannot wait until it launches, because I think it's going to be absolutely wild, and I'm guessing it's going to do everything that 4 did, but even better. And of course, getting the most up-to-date riders and bikes, of course, is always the most important thing. But unfortunately for me, I've not been able to really keep up with Monster Energy Supercross. I don't have means of watching it here in the UK. I do believe this may be a Monster Energy Supercross pass, but I haven't picked it up yet. So I'm not actually fully aware with what's going on within the Supercross, and honestly I'm hoping I get into it a little bit more before the launch of the Supercross 5, the 5th installment of AMA Monster Energy Supercross, and I can't wait for the game. I really can't. All I know is that Eli Tomac right now is riding with, of course, is the World Championship leader. He has the red plate, so it made sense to me to use the number 3 and hopefully take a victory here in the Daytona International Speedway track. However, I have a little bit of a confession. I have never won on this track within Monster Energy Supercross 4, and I'm hoping today is the day we finally snap that losing streak, if you will, and finally take a victory here in this difficult track. I love the circuit. I think it's a great design, but I always tend to struggle in that middle section. You can see already I've lost a bit of time to Aaron Plessinger and even Blake Baggett ahead of us, so I'm going to try and hopefully position myself in a good spot to try and fight back. And of course, not really been playing Supercross as much as I would have usually done, but I've just been playing more or less Ride 4, MotoGP 21 and even MXGP 2021 as well, and it's quite difficult to maintain the speed on all of the games at the same time. I probably need to change my schedule a little bit so I can always fit them all in every single week, but it's hard to gauge, and it's hard to also figure out what videos you guys want to see the most of. So of course, if you are a big Monster Energy fan and you are looking forward to watching more DrAce content on this fantastic series, let me know in the comment section down below. I need to know who wants to play, I need to know who wants to watch the videos, and I need to know who else is also playing this game. But for now, let's get back to the commentary, because Blake Baggett is getting away a little bit, and we have Aaron Plessinger and Cooper Webb just ahead of us on track. But I do like this left-hand side corner here, going into the inside. We do take not one, but 2 riders going into that difficult left-hand. You can either go really wide into that corner, or take a nicer, tight apex. I did right there, as we're going to give Cooper Webb a bit of a bump there. Cooper Webb got pushed off the track and almost cutting the corner for himself due to Eli Tomac's bit of aggression there. Of course, me using Eli Tomac, and there is Cooper Webb once more on board the Red Bull KTM, but the Monster Energy Kawasaki team is flying ahead of him now, as Blake Baggett is still hanging on into first position, as Cooper Webb makes the lunge up on the inside just to the left-hander a moment ago. But now we've made it through. We have a chance of possibly having a go at Blake Baggett. When? I guess that remains to be seen. Could we get it here, trying to not drift too much and hopefully not push the bike over into this particular corner? Now, considering I played MXGP 2021 a little bit more often than Supercross 4, I do have a little bit of a tendency to maybe not push on the analog stick as much as I would do when I used to play Supercross, because of course in MXGP 2021, oh, what a move that is! Up on the inside, chucking it up on the inside, really tight to the apex there. We managed to get the job done, going onto the right-hander. We now have the lead for the very first time. But I was mentioning regarding the MXGP 2021 sort of handling, it is much different. Oh, carnage! We've gone down. That is what always happens to me in Supercross. A little bit too confident, misjudge the jump, and then carnage has occurred. But yes, I'm still trying to finish my sentence here, finish my point. The difference between the handling between 2 games is quite big, quite a lot really, and honestly, it's surprising how different it is, because it feels a lot different. Oh, of course, the core mechanics are very similar, but it's way more easy, and I'm not going to say more enjoyable, but I did kind of enjoy Supercross a little bit more. Maybe because it's felt fresh, because it's been a while since I last played it. Not entirely sure. But MXGP 2021 can be somewhat unforgiving for no reason sometimes. Like, you can push into a corner, you feel absolutely fine, but the bike will just either pirouette round or it'll just drop. So I still don't really understand how to use the right analog stick in MXGP 2021 compared to how I've always used it. Whether I'm just using it wrong in 2021, who the hell knows. But for now, we're getting back to the action, because I digressed a little bit too longer than I would have wanted to. So up on the inside, or at least around the outside should I say, of Aaron Plessinger, we now go onto the left-hand side, and we have now returned back to where we were. So we're alright, we're not looking too bad. Did get a little bit concerned with the fact that we did crash. Seems to always happen to me in Supercross, but the good news is, with a longer track here, longer lap times, and a longer amount of times as well, because of course I have this on a medium length, so it was about 10 minutes of the race, plus the additional 2 laps once the siren sounds. We've got a good chance of fighting back. In the past and in the career mode that I did use it on short compared to, so you did see it sort of pretty much one opportunity to get things right. If you made one mistake or one crash, you will not be winning. And unfortunately, I did get a little bit too greedy there, going a little bit too tight to the apex and trying to pinch a bit too much track. So, metaphorical slap on the wrist for DrAce and Eli Tomac, and now things are getting a bit difficult. This is what I mean. That one mistake, if that was on a shorter lap, or at least a shorter duration of Grand Prix, you will see that this main event would be ending very soon, and we cannot fight back. And I tell you what, I'm getting into a bit of a bad rut here. We have Justin Barcher now getting past us. Barcher's still giving us everything we've got. Is the Yamaha goes round the outside, we'll chuck it back up on the inside of Justin, and now Eli Tomac is bringing on the power once more. But please guys, do not leave just yet. I'm confident that we can bring this back. We are building the hype for Monster Energy Supercross 5, and I do not want to end this video with anything less than a podium finish. Up on the inside of Bloss, will continue our podium charge. Oh, the change of direction. We really love that tie to apex, going into the thicker, deeper, sort of sandy part. It's very difficult to maintain the speed in this particular sector, but I do feel really confident on Supercross right now, and especially with this Kawasaki. The Kawasaki handles like a dream, ladies and gentlemen, so I am feeling pretty good. I don't want to blow this anymore. We've made too many mistakes in this particular main event. I want to see that come to an end, and let's make sure the final 3 minutes are something memorable, something positive, and something really, really special. So on the left-hand side, we will go now, trying to get into that particular sort of flip-flop section and making a bit of a mess, to be honest, as now Bloss is off the track there. As you see him trying to get back on the bike, and he's gone. Goodness me. That's the end of his main event, unfortunately, but goodness me, Justin Barcher did actually make a little bit of a move and get ahead of us, so Barcher on the right-hand side. I'll now try and get into the preferred way of entering that particular corner, and oh my goodness, try and avoid. Oh, we're on the wrong side. We're on the wrong side of the advertisement boards. That is not ideal, and I tell you what, if we are going to do something special, we need to hurry up. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain of the main event here of Daytona International Speedway. We really need to hurry it up a little bit, to say the least. So now onto the left-hand side, getting a few prompts there from the game telling us we're doing a good job so far. I do feel like we're doing alright, but a few too many mistakes along the way. If we can minimise them, we do have a good chance of getting onto the podium. We're not that far away from Zach Osborne, who is currently occupying the 3rd position, so push back on those analog sticks, chuck the Kawasaki into the decline of that particular corner, and now we can see the leader. We can see Blake Baggett, and we can see Aaron Plessinger. So there is a chance that we can get on the podium and possibly even 2nd position, but this point onwards has got to be absolutely pristine. So let's see how we can crack on. So going onto the left there, making a mess of it. The game says, hey ho, that's okay, don't worry about it, it's fine. But we saved quite a lot of time there, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a lot of time indeed. So now into the sandish part, trying to push out in this little mini, sort of a miniature tabletop section. You can see the way it was sort of positioned with the sandy part, but now onto the right, trying to take the secondary line. Not as confident in that particular part. Aaron Plessinger had a mistake. Aaron Plessinger's gone down. So another Yamaha man has just disappeared from the fight at the front. Zach Osborne moves into 2nd place temporarily because Eli Tomac throws the Kawasaki up on the inside. And what has happened to Blake Baggett? The race leader here in Daytona has had a mistake, and Baggett is really, really under pressure right now. Our fastest lap of the race is just chucked in there. Well, 1:24.032, which is pretty fine and dandy if I do say so myself, as we chuck it up on the inside. Do we have the confidence of chucking it up on the inside and on the right-hand side? Do we have it? It's going to be super close if we can make it stick, but unfortunately Blake Baggett thought, oh wow, what a move. Blake Baggett went for the move once again. Tomac responded, and we have now got the lead. Going into the whoop section, we are feeling confident and feeling very, very brave. I must confess, we were very fortunate with the fact that Baggett and Plessinger both went down. Maybe if they didn't, we wouldn't be looking at a potential victory here in Daytona, but we don't deal with if, whats, buts and maybes on the channel. Oh no! I'm getting too confident. Blake Baggett has made his way through. The siren has sounded, the hooters horned, and now it's time for this showdown between Baggett and Eli Tomac. And I tell you what, this is a great race so far. I'm really enjoying my return back to Monster Energy Supercross 4. Not for long though, because we'll be moving on to Supercross 5. Do not forget, next Thursday the 17th of March 2022. Do not forget, and make sure you have this game pre-ordered if you haven't done already. Well, the next game I guess, but you know what I mean. Up on the inside of Blake Baggett, Tomac has the lead once more, and there will be exactly one lap after this particular time of crossing the line. There it is, another 1:24. I do believe for us it's another clean lap for Eli Tomac as we go to the tighter left-hand side. As 1.6 seconds. Oh, getting a little bit messy. A little bit too messy there for Tomac and myself, of course, controlling the legendary American. As we now go on the right-hand side once more, keeping it tight, chuck it to the left-hand side, keep it tight, that's what I like to see. We've got to try and go for the defensive lines there to make sure Blake Baggett doesn't try and make a lunge at any point. Just notice that Zach Osborne has lost his position on the rostrum. Justin Barsha has made his way through. Osborne down into fourth place as Aaron Plessinger went down to 5th position himself, so not great for the two riders behind us there, but I'm making that little bit of a cheeky move there, and I tell you what, I think we've done it. Actually, before I continue, well, I guess it's going to already continue, but is that allowed? Or have I just completely cheated? If I've cheated, then I feel terrible, but if I've won legitimately and nobody cares that was a little bit of a cheeky maneuver, then I'm a happy man, because I think we're going to take... Oh, messing it up! Oh, goodness me, hearts in mouths, ladies and gentlemen. That was a bit scary. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a bit too scary. I was too eager upon the acceleration, the right trigger on the dual sense control, and almost launched myself into oblivion, but never mind about that, because we are going to take our first victory here in Daytona for the 6th time, or was it 5 times? 6 times now for Eli Tomac. We've done it in the video game. But guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're excited for Monster Energy Supercross 5. If you're looking forward to it, I highly recommend you hit the like button and subscribe for a lot more DrAce content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next Grand Prix, video, review, or whatever it may be. I'll see you then. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.